Killamarsh is a town and civil parish in northeast Derbyshire, England, bordering Sheffield and South Yorkshire to the northwest. Killamarsh is surrounded by, in a clockwise direction from the north, Rother Valley Country Park, the Village of Wales, South Yorkshire, Kitton, Woodall, Hart Hill, Balborough, Spihull, Renishaw, Eckington, and the Sheffield suburbs of Ox Close, Halfway and Holbrook. The place name Killamarsh is first attested in the Domesday Book of 1086, where it appears as Chinuvoldemarisk. It appears as Kinvodesmas in the Charter Roll for 1249. The name means Cinewald's Mass. There are a number of smaller communities within the town. Norwood, Nethergreen, Westthorpe and Upperthorpe surround the main town centre. Domesday records Killamarsh as belonging to Huscoit Musard and being valued at 12 pence. The Grade II * listed parish church of St. Giles was built between the 12th and 15th centuries using sandstone. Additions were made in 1895 by J. M. Brooks in magnesium limestone. The chancel south window is restored 15th century stained glass, and the chancel east window of 1845 is by William Warrington. A Grade II listed medieval cross stands in the graveyard. A number of public houses in Killamarsh are over 300 years old. The community originally grew from a farming community, self-sufficient in agricultural and dairy produce since the Middle Ages. In the 19th and 20th centuries, Killamarsh became a thriving mining town as the burgeoning Sheffield iron industry demanded coal, and transport links with Sheffield matured. Coal has been mined in Killamarsh since at least the 15th century. But the first major mining operation opened at Norwood, resulting in an almost doubling of the Killamarsh population between 1861 and 1871. The last two pits, Westthorpe and Highmoor, are now gone, casualties of the early 1980s pit closure program. The River Rother, which flanks Killamarsh, had provided power to grain mills since the earliest times, and was used by ironmongers and smiths from the late 18th century. Killamarsh Forge was owned and operated by Webster and Horsfall. They made crucible steel which was cast into ingots. These were then shipped to their Penn's mill plant in Walmley, who drew the special wire. This was used in the core of the second transatlantic telegraph cable laid by the SS Great Eastern in 1866, as well as other equipment used in the splicing operations. There is an industrial estate located in the Norwood area north of the town and light industrial units and a business innovation centre to the south on the site of the old Westthorpe colliery. To the west of Killamarsh is a small animal feed mill, and the factory of Ross and Catherall, a specialist alloys supplier to the aerospace industry. Killamarsh is situated on the eastern side of the Rother Valley. The centre of Killamarsh can be defined as the junction where Bridge Street meets Sheffield Road, from which point the roads spawn to all other areas of the town. The surrounding area, which contains the shops and businesses on Sheffield Road and Bridge Street, are commonly known as the village by locals. Progressing southwards up Sheepcote Hill and the communities of Upperthorpe and Westthorpe lie to the east and southeast. In earlier times these were distinctively separate from the village centre, but it is now difficult to define where the boundaries between the three actually are. To the west of the centre is Netherthorpe, which encompasses the area around the former railway lines and the new build estates around Walford Road. The centre to southwest of Killamarsh is dominated by housing estates built post-war and in the later half of the 20th century. The Roventry Road area contains roads of mostly semi-detached builds on roads which are named primarily after trees. Killamarsh's estate of prefabricated, mostly council homes, dubbed the White City, is adjacent. Norwood is in the north of the town and surrounds the main road which leads to Waleswood. Between this and Upperthorpe is Churchtown and Nether Green, which surround the Kirkcroft Lane area. Out on the far eastern boundaries is Highmoor, which, due to its significant distance from the rest of Killamarsh, is often described as a village in its own right. Killamarsh is roughly the same distance to the centres of Sheffield, Chesterfield and Rotherham. Sheffield became the dominant connecting city as its burgeoning iron and steel industry demanded coal, and the road between Killamarsh and Sheffield was upgraded. The main trunk route into Killamarsh is the B6058, which connects the town centre to the A6153 in Morsborough via Halfway, and the A618 at Norwood roundabout. The A618 then runs south through High Moor towards Clown, and north through Norwood towards the A57 at Aston. A handful of rural roads connect Killamarsh to the A6153 at Renishaw via Spihal. Other notable main roads in Killamarsh include Bridge Street, which runs through the heart of Killamarsh's Combe,